You basically have 12 different effects that you can have turned on or off at one time. And as they're divided as, you can think of 4 effects on at a time, but 3 variations. And those 3 variations could be any one of the effects. Generally speaking, people tend to put dynamic effects like compressors and distortions, and filters like wahs or true filters like synth filters at the start of the chain, like I do, and then progress to modulations or delays. Those can be flipped in either order, and then on to reverbs and then out. I have most of my stuff set up that way because it tends to work best with the distortions, to not have them come after delays or modulation effects. But this thing is so flexible, if you want to break rules, you can do plenty of that. In terms of distortions, there's everything from mild distortions and sweet overdrives that I tend to favor on up to metal type sounds. In the filter array, there's everything from those cool Seek type filters to here's a random filter based on an old Oberheim filter array. Does something similar to the Seek, but I think there's a little more random element to it. One of the things I really like to use delay for too is to create real ambient swell type effects. And one of my favorite effects from the green delay modeler is the volume swell delay. Let me get to a scene that features that prominently. My scratch pad. I love the sound of auto volume swell, but I also love it with other effects employed with it, like analog with modulation, which creates a bit of a chorus sound. So I've got 3 delays in a row here: auto volume, dynamic delay, and analog with modulation at the end of the chain. And in the front of it is just a tube compressor for clean sound, but I have an overdrive I'll switch to, and I think an octave fuzz too I'll switch to at some point. Now another thing to be aware of is you can assign 2 different expression pedals to dynamically change your effects, really any one of these. This expression pedal that I've got my wonderful slipper on right now is controlling these 3 effects, all delays, and basically it's kind of a more switch for me. I'm bringing more feedback in, maybe more depth of the delay at the same time. And in the case of the swell volume, it'll create a sustain if I want to, if I really have the pedal all the way toe down. So. There's no attack. You're not hearing the attack really at all. Okay, so now I'm going to create some more sustain by just simply increasing the feedback of the delays with the pedal brought down. Distortion here with that sound. Now I'm going to add some extra distortion on top of this, but I'm going to be adding it from a different pedal that I have plugged into the effects loop on the M13. One nice thing about the M13 is it integrates really nice with other analog pedals. So for instance, I always like to use a nice compressor I have and an overdrive I'm very fond of. I just put them into the effects loop of this, and then I can assign where in that chain I want to place those things. In my case, conventionally, towards the front. But sometimes I'll place it in front of the first effect. Sometimes I'll place it directly after, depending on what that is. So in the cases of filter effects, sometimes I'll put it after. It tends to make it respond a little bit better. So here's adding a little bit more juice with another pedal.